Welcome everyone to the channel. I am your host, SWBrainGames, and I am a Fortnite, Apex Legends, Skyrim, DayZ, and Summer's War mobile player. I'm here to help you out with your challenges. So if you need my help, don't feel free to check out my guides. All right, I'll see you all later. Wait for the countdown.
What the fuck out?
Welcome everyone, SWBrainGames here, and we are doing the pay-per-view results for Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory and Hell in a Cell. Okay, so of course it's Wednesday, October 28th of 2020. So the Bound for Glory happened about 4 days ago or something. So yeah. So anyways, of course it was Bound for Glory, and then the 25th was when Hell in a Cell happened, and that was a lot of stuff that happened. A lot of stuff. You know, of course, in Bound for Glory, we had the Hall of Fame ceremony for Ken Shamrock, and then of course, three title changes on there, and we had two title changes or so on we had about two title changes on Hell in a Cell. You know, yeah, of course, Call Your Shot Gauntlet too, and then that was an important one for like Rhino and Heath Slater, because if neither one of them won, then Heath Slater wouldn't have a contract, and Rhino would be, well, pretty much they would both be out of Impact Wrestling. And then this is all the different matches we had. So yeah. So you just kind of go on here and just kind of look at it. Eric Young versus Wick Swan. Perazzo it was supposed to be versus Kylie Ray, but then I guess she was injured or something, so she couldn't do it. And then EC3 versus Moose, and then on and on and on. So, and of course, Call Your Shot Gauntlet was the by the boy. And of course, we had the this little Hall of Fame ceremony thing for Ken Shamrock, and I guess that was all that was. It was Ken Shamrock, I guess. But it's pretty good. And then of course you had everybody from, you had a whole bunch of people, Mick Foley and Bret Hart. I seen Boz, seen a couple other big name people and stuff that were. And of course, a lot of them in MMA too that were also doing it. But of course, the biggest story of all that was The Rock inducting Ken Shamrock. Apparently, that blew up the wrestling entertainment in a whole. But it wasn't even a surprise to me, because they said for a long time that The Rock was coming to induct. He was gonna. I remember they said if it was gonna be Ken Shamrock, they were gonna induct, but they were gonna fix and be using Ken Shamrock The Rock for something, and he'd been asking for permission for months from the WWE. And of course, you got this Rajay guy he's the champion, and somehow he beat 5 others, including Jordan Grace. So, yeah, pretty crazy. And then Rhino wins the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. And of course, we had Now, you guys might be confused about Swoggle. That's Hornswoggle from WWE, Hornswoggle. And then Daivari. And then we had the cowboy himself, James Storm. And of course, Impact Wrestling, back when it was TNA, you had Bobby Roode and James Storm, and it made probably one of the best Impact Wrestling teams of all time to me. It was called Beer Money. that was an awesome tag team. And then, of course, these guys, the North, became Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions again. So, pretty crazy. And then, of course, they didn't show exactly what Happened, but Callie Ray apparently got taken out, and then Callie Ray's friend, is it Susie? I think it was Susie, and then Susie turned into the Su Yung, and then she came out, and apparently she won. And then, of course, just like wrestling always has to do, WWE started at first, and then you got AEW trying to do this. Now Impact. So you got the Women's Tag Team Championships, or of course Knockout Tag Team Champions, and apparently they're saying they returned. So I guess they've had it at one point. And then, of course, Eric Young has been dethroned, and Rick Swann is your new Impact World Champion. Okay, so now moving on to the very next day. That was a Saturday. This is Sunday, and this is Wednesday. All right, so we're moving on to the 25th. And don't worry, guys. I'll do the wrestling results and stuff for Monday Night Raw and Impact Wrestling. It'll actually come up. I'll actually have it up later today, because I'm gonna have this one up in a couple hours. It's 4 right now, so I'll probably have it up about 6 or 7, and then the other one I'll have up about probably midnight. All right, so if you just pause that, then you'll pause it and be sure to put it on full screen, and then go back, and then you'll be able to see what was there. So first one started off with Hell in a Cell match between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso's I Quit match. And I guess that means, according to that, it meant that if Roman Reigns won, then the Usos are no longer a part of the family. That they're kicked out of the family. So, I don't know if they're gonna be gone after this or whatever. But, and of course we had an unfortunate incident here that I'm a little bit disappointed in, but Tucker turns on Otis, and Miz becomes a 2-time Money in the Bank winner. So, of course, if you didn't catch, what was it, Money Not Raw or something, they had, it was called Law and Otis, and of course JBL was the judge, and they were trying to take the case off of Otis at that point, and then they decided to, and then JBL decided to say, okay, so you're gonna have a match at Hell in a Cell. Whoever wins keeps Money in the Bank. So there you go. And then of course the rest of this stuff, Bobby Lashley beating one of the skinnier guys of the Retribution. And then the Scottish psychopath era is over, apparently. And I am disappointed in it, because I have Scottish background and stuff too. My family came from Scotland long time ago, ancestors and stuff. But RKO, the most devastating letters in all of entertainment, is the 14-time champion. And then, of course, and I just decided to put that there too. So, And then of course this will show all the different champions. We have the Su Yung in the North, Rich Swann, Randy Orton, and the boss, Sasha Banks. Yes, that is right. The boss has taken out Bayley. She was the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion, but she wouldn't have done it without Sasha Banks. Just say that. Alright? So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy the video, and we'll see you all later in the next one. Bye.